Imagine the lights of Los Angeles. The purple and gold banners waving in the air. And in the middle of it all, Luka Doncic. Yes, that Luka Doncic. The European phenom. The cold-blooded closer. The basketball magician with court vision from another dimension. And now, a key part of the Los Angeles Lakers. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. But how did we get here? And why is this moment so critical for the future of the franchise? Let's rewind. 4 years, the Lakers have been chasing the next chapter. With LeBron James entering the final stretch of his legendary career, the front office has been under increasing pressure to build a new core around true franchise-altering talent. Someone who doesn't just fill seats, but brings championships. Someone who doesn't just play the game, but redefines it. Enter Luka Doncic. Rumors began to swirl, fast, loud, and impossible to ignore. Insiders whispered about the deal that would bring Luka to Los Angeles and reshape everything we thought we knew about the league's power structure. Now, let's be clear, this wasn't just another max contract. This was a franchise-altering move. A move that turned highlight reels into history books. Because Luka Doncic isn't just good. He's generational. He sees plays before they unfold. He scores when no one else can. He makes everyone around him better, and he's only getting started. So what does this mean for the Lakers? It means a strategic pivot. It means moving away from short-term superstar rentals and building a core around long-term, elite-level talent. Luka is in his mid-20s, and his prime is still ahead of him. Imagine pairing that kind of longevity with the weight and tradition of the Lakers brand. It also means massive implications off the court. Ticket sales, through the roof. Merchandise, forget about it, it'll sell out overnight. Fan engagement, the entire city of Los Angeles, and the global basketball community erupted with excitement. And let's talk about the roster. Luka's presence instantly elevates every single player around him. His ability to take over in the clutch, create space, and generate scoring opportunities gives the Lakers the kind of offensive versatility they haven't seen since the peak of Kobe Bryant. You can build around that. You should build around that. But what about the cost? A deal of this size and magnitude doesn't come cheap. It involved serious roster restructuring, draft picks, role players, possibly even other high-profile trades. Some big names were floated to make room for Luka. Yes, you heard that right. This was no quiet negotiation. It was the kind of high-stakes, all-in-play that either ends in glory or regret. But the Lakers aren't strangers to bold moves. Magic Johnson, Kareem, Kobe, LeBron. History has shown us one thing. Los Angeles is built for legends. And Luka Doncic might be next in line. Still, this story is far from over. The pieces keep moving, the negotiations keep heating up, and the future hangs in the balance. At this point, the deal is done. Luka Doncic is a Laker, but the impact is only beginning to unfold. So what happens now? With Luka Doncic as part of the Lakers, it marks the beginning of a new dynasty. A new chapter. A new dream for the City of Angels. A dream written not in ink, but in fire, on the hardwood of Crypto.com Arena. And the NBA? It won't just take notice, it will be forced to respond. Because with Luka in Los Angeles, the balance of power shifts. Overnight. One player. One deal. One future. That could change everything. So we ask the question again, will Luka Doncic bring his magic to LA? Because now that he is here, the league will never be the same again. It might not be official yet, but all signs are starting to point in a clear direction. Austin Reaves could be playing his final seasons in purple and gold. Reaves, standing 6'5" and only 27 years old, has become one of the biggest value contracts in the NBA. He's locked in to earn $13.9 million next season, with a player option worth $14.9 million for 2026 to 27. And yet, based on his recent performances and trajectory, there's no doubt he could earn 2 to 3 times that amount in free agency. Just look at the numbers. 20.2 points per game on 46% shooting from the field, nearly 38% from 3, and almost 88% from the line. Add in 5.8 assists and 4.5 rebounds per game, and you've got yourself a guy who looks more like a borderline all-star than a role player. For that level of production at that price tag, it's highway robbery. But despite all of this, there's a growing belief within NBA circles that his time with the Lakers may be running out. The Lakers are entering a new phase. LeBron James, still going strong at 40 years old, continues to defy time. Alongside him, the team has now brought in five-time All-NBA first-team guard Luka Doncic, one of the most dynamic offensive players in the game today. On paper, this trio, LeBron, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reaves, looks like a dream. Three skilled playmakers, each capable of creating their own shot and setting up others. But in practice, things are a bit messy. All three are most effective with the ball in their hands. None of them are defensive anchors. And although LeBron can still dial up a defensive stop when it matters most, the reality is that asking a 40-year-old to do that every night is simply not sustainable. Luka Doncic and Reaves, meanwhile, both have had their struggles on the defensive end, especially in high-pressure playoff environments where matchups are constantly exploited. So now, questions are being asked. Is this trio really built to win a title? Or is the overlap in skill sets, and the defensive liabilities, too much to overcome? On a recent episode of his podcast Nightcap, NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe got real about the situation. Sharpe, never one to mince words, put things into perspective. The Lakers can only pay him so much, he said about Reaves. You're gonna go somewhere and get a big payday anyway. You're not trying to stay with the Lakers when you get $200 million, and they can't give you that. He's right. Reaves has steadily improved each season since entering the league. Undrafted out of Oklahoma, he's gone from unknown to indispensable, and that kind of rise doesn't go unnoticed around the league. Teams with cap space will be ready to throw bags of money his way the moment he hits free agency. Sharpe continued, giving Reaves his flowers. He's improved every single year. He's a hell of a player. But the praise stopped there. But those three guys are not gonna win anything, Sharpe added, bluntly. I'm not saying you have to trade him, but they need a traditional big. Right now, he's the only real valuable piece they have. Let's not forget, basketball is a business. And right now, the Lakers are feeling the squeeze. They're staring down the NBA's salary cap rules, including the restrictive first apron and second apron penalties that severely limit flexibility. With big contracts already tied up in LeBron, Luka Doncic, and other role players, the front office is in a tough spot. Reaves, despite being beloved by fans and respected by teammates, might end up being the asset they reluctantly have to move in order to reshape the roster. Teams around the league know this. And they're watching. Because a player like Austin Reaves, young, efficient, improving year after year, doesn't stay available for long. If the Lakers want to seriously compete for a championship, they might need to make some bold moves. That could mean sacrificing a fan favorite to bring in the pieces that balance out the roster, namely, a true interior presence, better defense, and more off-ball spacing. Shannon Sharpe's comment about needing a traditional big wasn't just talk. It reflects what many analysts have been saying for months. With so much scoring and playmaking already in place, what the Lakers truly need is size, rim protection, and rebounding. And while Reaves does so many things well, he can't be all of that. No matter how much he hustles or how well he shoots, he doesn't fill that void. It's a tough situation. On one hand, Reaves has become a symbol of the Lakers' player development success story. He's gritty, skilled, and has won over fans with his heart and hustle. On the other hand, if the team is serious about contending, hard decisions have to be made. And this might be one of them. The real question is, how much do the Lakers value loyalty versus title contention? Are they willing to let Reaves walk for nothing down the road, or trade him now while his stock is sky high? Austin Reaves is more than just a role player. He's a rising star with real value. But in the chess game that is building a championship roster, sometimes even your best pieces have to be sacrificed for the greater good. For now, he's still a Laker. But if you're reading between the lines, that might not be the case for long. There's some very promising news for Lakers fans out there. This upcoming summer is shaping up to be an incredibly busy and active off-season for the Los Angeles Lakers franchise. After a season filled with ups and downs, the team's front office is ready to make bold moves to strengthen the roster, and there's a real sense of urgency in the air. Why? Because LeBron James, the cornerstone of the franchise for nearly 2 decades, is entering the final year of his contract. The Lakers know the clock is ticking, and they want to maximize every opportunity while LeBron is still in his prime, or at least still playing at an elite level. ESPN insider Bobby Marks recently shared his thoughts on just how aggressive the Lakers plan to be in this summer's trade and free agency markets. Speaking on ESPN's Get Up, Marks explained that the Lakers will be extremely aggressive this offseason, and he broke down the three main strategic priorities the team needs to focus on. First, the Lakers have nearly $60 million in expiring contracts. This creates a unique financial advantage because it gives the team flexibility to absorb contracts or make trades that would otherwise be impossible under the salary cap. Players like Gabe Vincent and Rui Hachimura fall under these expiring deals, and packaging their contracts could help the Lakers bring in more impactful talent. Second, the team's desperate need for a true center was laid bare during the playoffs. The Lakers attempted to acquire Mark Williams at the trade deadline, but the deal fell apart after he failed his physical exam. That failure proved costly, as it left the Lakers vulnerable in the paint. In the playoffs, Rudy Gobert completely dominated the Lakers in the second round, exploiting their lack of size and rim protection. Without a reliable big man to anchor their defense and battle for rebounds, the Lakers were at a clear disadvantage. Recognizing this glaring weakness, the Lakers are expected to pursue a center aggressively in the offseason. They have one first-round draft pick available to use as part of a trade or as a building block for the future. The priority will be finding a player who can fill that interior role, someone who can defend, rebound, and bring toughness to the roster. The third key date to watch is August 2nd, the day Luka Doncic becomes eligible to sign a contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers. As a current member of the Lakers, his potential contract extension is significant in the broader NBA landscape and could impact the team's trade and roster strategies. The Lakers must balance their immediate goal of contending now with a longer-term vision that includes planning for the post-LeBron era. With LeBron aging and approaching retirement, the Lakers have to be mindful of future cap space, roster flexibility, and building around potential young stars. One of the most talked-about names in the Lakers' trade rumors is Steven Adams, the veteran center from the Houston Rockets. The Athletic's Kelly Iko recently reported that Adams would be a natural fit for the Lakers this offseason, given their urgent need for a big man. Houston is currently in off-season mode, preparing for the draft, handling player evaluations, and making decisions about their roster moving forward. Adams, Jeff Green, and Jae'Sean Tate are all set to become unrestricted free agents on June 30th. Among them, Adams stands out as Houston's top priority to re-sign. The 31-year-old has made a remarkable comeback this season after recovering from a serious right knee injury. He became a key contributor in coach Ime Udoka's late-season rotation, bringing a physical, gritty presence to the Rockets' frontcourt. His combination of toughness, veteran experience, and elite offensive rebounding skills make him highly valuable. And because of his consistent production, especially on the boards, Adams is attracting interest from multiple playoff contenders. Teams like the San Antonio Spurs, New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers, and both Los Angeles teams, the Lakers and the Clippers, have been mentioned as possible landing spots if Adams leaves Houston. The Rockets, meanwhile, believe Adams wants to return and have already begun discussions with his agents about a contract extension. But the reality is that many playoff-bound teams will likely try to lure him away. Adams earned $12.6 million last season, and depending on market demand, he could command an even larger salary. For the Lakers, acquiring Steven Adams would be a game-changer. He would fill a crucial gap in their lineup by providing rim protection, rebounding, and toughness, things they desperately lacked in last year's playoff run. Adams is the kind of player who does the dirty work, sets screens, cleans the glass, and anchors the defense without needing the spotlight. His presence alone would alter how opponents attack the Lakers and could significantly improve their playoff chances. So, what does all this mean for the Lakers' future? After a disappointing postseason marked by injuries and shortcomings inside, the front office appears ready to make bold moves this summer. Whether it involves trading expiring contracts, utilizing the draft pick to bring in a key piece, or signing an impactful free agent like Adams, the Lakers are working hard to reshape their roster. This offseason is about more than just adding talent. It's about building a team that can compete immediately while keeping an eye on long-term sustainability. LeBron's window to win another title is closing, and the Lakers want to take full advantage while they still can. The question that remains: will these moves be enough to bring a championship back to Los Angeles? Can the Lakers rebuild around LeBron, Luka Doncic, and their remaining stars to claim one last title for this era? Or will the challenges of the modern NBA prove too difficult? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, the Lakers are ready to fight, ready to make noise, and ready to shake up the league this summer. So Lakers fans, buckle up. The next few months could redefine the future of the franchise, and it's going to be an exciting ride.